Take a look at this message I sent on Reddit 6 months ago. You can already tell by the title of this video that this was a pretty dumb idea. I carried out what I called a 2-week instant gratification experiment. 2 weeks of 100% instant gratification, overdosing on unlimited Netflix, weed, porn, jacking off, gaming, even drinking in the apartment. I was living like a waste man, like a loser. I wanted to do everything at once just to go all in. Spoiler alert, it ended badly. It was actually hard for me to stop, and this was all just a rationalization for my addiction. So let's talk about the experiments. What exactly did I do? I'm going to tell you my day-to-day schedule, my timetable. I'd wake up pretty late, probably about 11 a.m. and start smoking straight away. Then I would start eating shit. This was the point where we would order food twice a day. So the bank balance was just dipping down. We're eating disgusting processed, the low quality food that you get from the oven aisle in Aldi, the mozzarella sticks, and eating junk food all day, going for food shops that were entirely snacks, like literally £30 spent on just snacks, and eating all of that in 2 days. Smoking was pretty heavy, but not as heavy as full-on stoners, so it was about 3 bags, 6 grams over about 6 days, so that's quite a lot. I started jacking off even though I usually do no fap. I was going on 4chan and looking at some pretty messed up porn. That was not so great. That was like the point where I felt like a full-on cave goblin man dwelling cell, like the 27-year-old loser who's in his mum's basement kind of thing. I felt like that. I remember it would be midnight, 2 a.m, 4 a.m, and I'd still be awake just scrolling on 4chan, just on YouTube, on Reddit, just smoking till I could not smoke anymore, just jacking off. But like I was literally living with my girlfriend, and she was in bed just in the other room. And instead of having the desire to have sex, I literally had more of a desire to just jack off to the pixels. I was binge eating literally all day, every day. And I remember that after the first couple days, obviously I did have a binge eating problem before this, but I amplified it for the experiments. After a couple days or so, it began to feel completely normal. I didn't get that sickness, that full feeling after you binge eat. It actually felt normal and somewhat positive to bingey. It felt really comforting knowing that I was going to really get full and would order food a lot. I'd watch YouTube, Netflix, and play video games all day. Completed Dying Light 1 and 2 in a couple of days, playing quite a lot of Minecraft and League of Legends. League of Legends is the hard one. I think anyone who plays that knows how quickly 4 hours goes by. Played a lot of League of Legends, but didn't really have the capability to play the normal Summoner's Rift, the normal 5v5, because would be high all day and probably a little bit drunk and just sick on the binge eating and shit. So we'd just be playing ARAM games, just constantly just replaying them. At least playing games for about 6 hours a day. For most of the time, it used to be just listening to music while smoking and eating. So what you may be wondering, unless this is normal life for you, is what does instant gratification overload feel like? How does it feel to go 100% into the bad habits that we in the self-improvement community don't want to get into? You can see from the Reddit message that even 3 days in, I felt disgusting. It was like I was telling this guy I was messaging on Reddit that it was wrong, but I couldn't actually stop myself. I felt empty. I hated it. I felt like I literally had induced an addiction to all of this stuff in just a few days. About 5 days in, I actually wanted to stop doing the experiment, and I felt like I couldn't. I literally felt like I couldn't stop doing it wasn't even the experiment anymore.